Hello and welcome in to this week's episode of Unrolled Stories, a D&D campaign set in the world of Alvoria. We're back with these wonderful humans. Hugh is running a little late, but hopefully you'll be with us soon to roll some dice, attempt some questionable accents, and hopefully tell a decent story. Standard announcements at the top. If you need some dice or some wooden tabletop accessories crafted right here in the British Isles, head over to Dakota Irish and use the code TheWelshDM at checkout to get yourself a nice little 10% off and support the channel, support this stream, and everything else. There'll also be a link in the description below that will take you straight through to using that discount. A reminder, if you would prefer to listen to us just by our voices instead of our faces, you can check us out as a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a load more besides. Episodes come out the Wednesday after they air on YouTube. So if you do give us a listen over there, don't forget to like, star, etc. To help other people find the podcast. In this game, we are making use of the Reimagined Classes for D&D, which are available on the DM's Guild as a bundle, allowing you to embody Balrick, Lesley, Aderyn, or Ximori at your tables to hopefully have a bit more fun with those classic classes. And as always, all NPC art and character art was done by Aderyn and Angelini. You can go support their Art Venturing Guild on Patreon to get NPC art of your own. And Chibi battle map art, if we get to use it this session, was done by WeTheDreamingDesigns. So definitely go check them out if you can, and remember to support real artists. I think that's everything. So, with all of that out of the way, I think it's time to continue telling our story. Previously, Arquen was confronted by someone claiming to be from their past by the name of Koromar in the Golden Moon Tavern where you were all staying. After a brief conversation where it did seem that Arquen had very little idea what they were talking about, but this person, so enthused to see their old friend, didn't seem to take much notice. Koromar, as they called themselves, left for a meeting of some kind elsewhere in the tavern. The rest of your evening was dealing with the rather shell-shocked half-orc dragonborn that is now your compatriot, and trying to piece everything together, as well as talking amongst yourselves about varying other topics. Arquen and Tauri both witnessed these people leaving at the meeting, and seemingly some odd behaviour happening later into the night with a few members of this Knight's Compass, as they've been referred to, staying behind for further discussions deeper into the evening. Eventually, though, you all did go to bed. For some, a peaceful night. For one of you, not so much. Disturbed in the middle of the night, Balrick encountered a spectral version of his late wife directly from his dreams on the streets of Andamon. Not believing it for a second, he was able to realise it was something else entirely, although unable to determine exactly what. In the morning, on the morning itself of Entombment Day, you made haste to head over to the Crystal Lantern to do a little bit of shopping before the crowds got too much for the parade route, which is where you met Auri, a cheerful elf with a quite unique appearance from her vibrant blue hair, her starlit night eyes, and her white ceramic prosthetic. Orders were requested, and you are now in possession of said inventory or invoice, to take to the Imperial Bank to hopefully require the Electrum you need to actually purchase said items, which is where we will pick up. Balrick, Arquen, and Tauri exiting out of Crystal Lantern, stepping back out onto the street. The bustle of the city quickly apparent as the crowds have begun to gather in size ahead of the parade. It is now late morning, with the parade expected to begin at noon. Derek is curled up doing his best to not draw attraction. The Pass Without Trace spell you casted him, at least keeping him out of people's immediate eye line for the moment. What do you want to do?
Where are we going? What was the plan? Are we going straight to the bank? Are we on the celebration day?
Yes.
Might even be open.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we said that they were because
It's not as official as the.
Yeah, from your knowledge, it's not like Tianlong where literally everything will stop for 3 days. This is, as I say, essentially a parade and a chance to celebrate the royal family, the holy lineage that is the throne. So business does tend to continue happening on these days, and if business is continuing happening, it's very hard for banks to close.
Not a bank holiday.
No, they have not yet been invented because screw the working class.
But we are going into the bank.
Bryn, we cannot hear you, by the way.
We don't need the writ though. That was the point, right? We can just get.
Your belief is, based on what you've requested, none of it is of a dangerous nature. The only thing, if anything, that will be contested is the shield.
It's a shit. Okay.
It is, by its nature, a military armament, so it might require additional sign-offs, but you were given the impression by Auri that it wouldn't necessarily be too much of a problem.
No fantasy DMV for us.
Discord is going green for Bryn, but I still can't hear him. Just checking I haven't muted him.
No, I can't hear him either.
Is this any better?
But it's quiet,
Yeah.
but I can hear you.
Okay,
We
the
can make
Razor
that.
mic has decided, fuck me.
Okay, I've turned you up.
After a reboot as well, so.
Sponsored by Razor Mics.
Definitely not, but
Not after we insult them.
I mean, I upgraded to a
Well, there goes
HyperX.
that monetization deal.
I upgraded to a HyperX, so if HyperX want to sponsor,
I will happily take a new mic HyperX if anyone is listening.
cool. Anyway, Brad, you've been trying to say something for 3 minutes. What did you want to say?
Yeah, I was saying hopefully it won't be. We will have a tiny amount of fantasy DMV because we still have to say we need the money for a good reason, not give me money to go and lie.
Are you heading to the Imperial Bank?
Yes.
There is one a short distance away, because having a bank right next to the one magic shop in town is a sensible idea. So you head over to the bank, and it is nice and quiet, because despite everything being open, people are trying to view the parade, and so all you got to do is push through the crowds. Balrick, I would like you to make me a wisdom check to see how well the Pass Without Trace is holding up.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Well.
The view of Derek being a horse that you are leading through in people's minds seems to be holding. And the attention seems to be very much on getting a good place to view the parade rather than on the dragon walking through the mist. You head to the Imperial Bank, the large columned building, walking in through the open doors. And as I say, it is relatively quiet. There are a couple of tellers, pardon me, awaiting people to turn up. You're kind of gestured through to the first one that's open, behind which sits a white dragonborn, kind of middle-aged, late-aged dragonborn, sitting there. Hello, how can I help you today?
Hi. Yes, we need to trade some gold into Electra to purchase some magical items.
Certainly. Do you have a invoice or requisition list for the Electrum you are looking to acquire, and the items?
I would assume
there, so.
we got just one compiled one
Yeah.
for all of us. Yes, and I'll pull it out and pass it across.
Thank you very much. I will just review this here. I assume one of you is affiliated with the college in some capacity?
Yes, I was a student there.
Wonderful. Do you mind if I just take a look at your writ? That should sign off a few of the things on here quite quickly.
Of course. I kind of had it ready to go, so just hand it across.
Takes the writ, takes a look over, pulls out a rubber stamp, and you see it bang, bang. And then it kind of hesitates slightly over one item before looking up. The shield is just requires an additional, slightly higher off sign up for me. I'm just going to need to get my manager if you don't mind.
Of course.
If I just clarify, is there a specific use or reason for the purchase of the item? Is it purely is it a gift for someone? Is it for military uses? Just would be helpful.
Are we going to say Arquen is with us or not?
Arquen is with you, yes.
Cool. I'm kind of going to point at Arquen and say he's been quite handy in protecting us. We had a little run-in with some, I'm not really sure how you put them, cannibals up in the hills a little while ago. The Scale Guard are there now trying to sort out the rest of it, but we nearly lost a few of us, so we thought it might make sense to upgrade our defences rather than the offence, as it were.
So, just to clarify, you are adventurers, mercenaries for hire?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay, thank you very much, that does help. She wanders away, and after a short while comes back with a piece of paper and a black dragonborn this time, who seems to be like in a well-fitted suit, and just turns up to I've been told that you are looking to purchase a piece of armament for one of your compatriots here, and you are of a adventuring ilk. Just to confirm, have you had any business with the Empire directly in the past? Any previous jobs for the Empire, or completed any work for them?
Yeah, we did help. I'm not sure if it was to count, but we did help clear these sewers back in. Is it Taelong?
Geodothras.
I can't remember. Zeodothras. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. Back in Zeodothras over the 3-day festival. On behalf of the church.
Roll me a persuasion check, then.
Alright. Persuasion. 29.
Well, that should be fairly easy to verify, but I think from the looks of you, I see no reason to hold up this paperwork at this point. You are on the registry, correct? So if there are any issues, it should be no issue upon finding you.
I am.
Perfectly reasonable to sign us off. Did you have a question?
Just out of character, this question.
Sure.
Is it Cedric? Cyric. Was he there when we got given the thing in Zeodothras? Not the trade bar, when we did the clearing of the sewers. Would he have known about us helping with that?
I don't think he was there, but for ease sake, you can possibly have known about it, yeah.
Yeah. Just if it helps, Cyric, the cleric who has recently arrived from Zeodothras, who we helped save from the cannibals, would be able to collaborate, very possibly us helping in the sewers at the time.
Very well. We will investigate this, and if necessary, intervene. By the looks of this is going to take a week to commission the order anyway. I'm sure we'll be able to verify it in that time, and if necessary, we can block the funds, block the purchase of the item. But for the sake of ease and to allow your commission to start, I see no reason that you can't take this Electrum at this time. So he then grabs his own steel stamp, stamps the shield, passes the form back to you, and turns to the woman and says, "Celine, see to it that they acquire the Electrum bars that they need." Well, excellent. So by the looks of this, you need 4,600 Electrum, is that correct?
Yes.
No, 4,900 electrum.
I thought it was. Math was never my strong suit. Yes.
I'd noticed in my own notes the lantern was off to the side. But I did up all the other items, but not the lantern. Certainly. Do you have the requisite gold on you?
I believe I have.
I had some, and I'm paid for Arquen's shield as well. A lot of Arquen's shield as well.
Yeah. I have 800 that I'll be handing across, although I am going to be talking to the party about getting some of that back, because one of the spells is a party spell.
How much was the rest of it?
So it's
was it
three. It's
900?
It's 1,500 to convert to gold for you, because that's easy with what you get. It's 1,500 gold for the shield and the upgrades to the shield. It is 300 gold for the Iron Stone for Tauri. Another 500 gold for the Water Walking Scroll.
Yep, hence the reason I've got 800.
And then 150 gold for the lantern, plus you need to go find a 50 gold worth of gem dust somewhere. But that's easy.
Right,
that does not help me. Hugh, why have you put everything into Electrum?
What? Have we got Hugh? Are you taking out of Hugh's character sheet?
Well, I was looking at his character sheet, and he has 1,928 pieces in Electrum.
Hugh can deal with that himself. I will.
Yep.
When he arrives, I will take the 1,500. I'm just going to change his debt to 1,500 gold.
Easiest.
So 1,500 plus another 200 for the.
Yeah, we'll say you go and find gem dust from another place relatively nearby. That's not a problem.
Cool. I'm only down to 1,000 gold now.
Tauri's paid over her age of god. You are handed back a number of perfectly cut hexagonal trade bars of Electrum, each one stamped with the Imperial Bank, and your business is concluded.
I will pass them over to our banker.
Cool. How much Electrum is that?
4,900 Electrum.
I'm going to write that down for now until we buy.
And
then do other things.
You have 50 gold pieces worth of rupee gem dust.
Oh, I will suggest that we head back and hand this over before we do anything else.
As you head back to the Crystal Lantern, you can see at this point that the crowds have really picked up and have almost begin to swallow the Crystal Lantern in their size. It seems to be that the parade route does pass straight past here. So it is getting quite busy, but you can force your way in should you wish.
Do we just want to send one or two of us rather than the entire party? The others can then get a space at the parade line.
Yeah, I think that's what we did before as well, with people staying outside. Probably best the people who dealt with her before to go in.
We'll leave Arquen outside as well. Just
he's a big man who I learnt today in a conversation with you is apparently 6'8".
He's not as tall as me.
I thought he was 6'4", but it's a very broad man, very easy to get yourself a good place in queue, but also someone that can stand 7 rows back and still be able to see. So he doesn't get you that close.
Awful at barlowing.
So who heads in?
I think it's going to be Balrick and I.
You head
I
back.
do think that Arquen might have wanted to go in purely because Arquen will be paying some of it, or Arquen has put money towards it. Or maybe no. We'll tell Arquen that he can stay outside and he can sort
Arquen
out
provided his own shield already for design purposes as well, so that's already in. You head in. The dwarf who's there manning the tea shop portion of it looks up and goes, so quickly returned. Well, she hasn't had any other patrons so far today. It seems like the parade is keeping everyone busy. So if you'll just wait here a moment, I will get the message up. It's only a short moment that you barely have time to sit down and get comfortable before the doors again open. Auri walks down. So, yes. Wonderful to see you again. Are you back with the electrum required for your commission?
We are. We thought it best to sort it all out on the day rather than leave anything hanging.
Wonderful. Can both of you roll me insight checks?
$21.
8.
Tauri, there is during this conversation, she just momentarily you see a slight flash in her eye almost, as she listens to you and casts a glass and then just glances scans almost over the two of you. It's interesting. Please come on up. We will just finalize any of the final details and you'll be on your way and I can begin the work. As you're walking up the stairs, she turns to you, Balrick. Out of curiosity, where did you get the enchantment on that bow? Was it of your own design, or?
No, we went to a place in Shorthalt.
Oh, was that the Worm Seal run by Miss Marina Martell?
Aye, that's the one.
Oh, she
That's
is an extremely talented individual. I do have a fondness for her cat on the few times that I have had the pleasure of meeting her. We do tend to keep a little bit different. We work quite differently, shall we say. But it's an excellent piece of work. You must be very proud of it.
It's beautiful. It's got a lot of sentimental value as well. So,
Oh, certainly. How long have you had it?
solid decade or so.
Has it been enchanted
Aye.
all that time? Or have you known
No.
Marina?
No.
Oh, okay, so she's enchanted her previous... That's quite talented work to do on an aged piece of wood like that. She turns... but it's just I certainly like a challenge. I've very rarely been able to work on such a device like that. So, if you're ever looking to garner more upgrades, it would be good to have a discussion upon your return.
I would love to discuss that. That would be amazing. Out of curiosity, how much would it run me to? Any ideas of?
It entirely depends on what we discuss. I'll tell you what, in the intervening time before we next see each other, how about I take some thought as to what would be technically possible, and we can revisit it should you return, and hopefully inform me of any information that you have, or new things that you've learned, or new items that you've acquired, yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
She then turns to you, Tauri. She finally gets up to the stairs and begins just signing off all of the paperwork to finish the commission. She's like, out of curiosity, miss, where did you find that amulet of yours?
We found it on the leader of a bunch of cannibals up in the hills.
For the record,
I
is the amulet on show or is it underneath the shirt?
underneath the shirt.
Okay. Same comment.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
I was a bit busy trying to work out what the flash of the eye was, and then when she asked Balrick about the bow, I suspected that this would happen.
well, that is a harrowing story, but glad to see that it's perhaps found a better use. It does have an odd nature to it.
It does. I'm hoping to try and learn more from it as I go to try and make it less odd.
Do you care for me to take a look? I might be able to garner some insight. I'm very familiar with enchantments and magical items, as it were.
Yes, of course. I'll pass it across.
She kind of takes it in her prosthetic hand for a second, just looks at it and just it's quite unlike anything I've ever seen. The runic inscriptions upon it are of a version of Abyssal, a language I tend not to utilize, but have at least studied for my purposes. But it is of a fascinating material. So you found this on roving cannibals?
They were up in the hills in one of the mines. They decided to attack one of the low-lying villages, and we decided we didn't quite approve.
Well, I can't say I've ever seen anything like it before, so it's certainly an intriguing item, but it is, of course, yours. Should you find out anything more about that material, please do come tell me. It seems to hold the enchantment almost willingly, naturally, which is quite unlike any surface I have worked with.
I will. Thank you.
Well, here you go, and there's a tearing of paper, so you have a version of what's been commissioned, she has a version. Goes, well, hopefully I should have the everything you need within the week. Some of it might arrive sooner. In fact, if you have the gem dust, I can sort out the lantern for you right now, as a sign of good faith.
Do you have the dust, Balrick?
I do have. We say we go on the shop nearby. Yeah,
we've been to the
absolutely.
You now owe more money.
I can now minus 1,920 electrum from my inventory.
How much?
Do it in gold, please.
Yeah, in gold.
Yeah, because you didn't have Electrum in your inventory.
We have to
I
go
assume
get
we
it.
went to the bank. That was the.
Yes,
that's what
but
I
you
asked.
hand over gold and then get bars of electrum. So you minus the gold.
Either way, I've got 5 silver pieces now.
No, but I need to know how much you still owe me.
1,000, whatever the 3,000.
950 gold is what you had. You had 1,900 electrum, you're saying?
1,928 electrum.
Oh, that's 964.
Yes.
So you still
74.
owe me.
No.
536.
So it was 9. I get to add 964 back on. It's 900.
Was it 3,000 or 2,500?
It's 3,000 Electrum.
And it's
Yeah. I just
500.
converted all of my gold into electrum.
You owe me 536 gold.
You hand over the lantern. And she goes away and pulls out a scroll from the kind of scroll shelf. So, particular old favourite. This one. There's quite a lot of lighting in here. And you see she just begins to read out of this scroll, rubbing the ruby gem dust into the carvings that you had already made into the lantern, Tauri. And after a brief moment, there is a warm, kind of fiery light that comes out of the ruby that then settles into the lantern itself. So it is a lantern of which inside there is just runes that at any point you can activate, and it will give off a torch light out of the lantern. Well, there we go. Take good care of it, hopefully better care of it than its previous owners, and I'm sure it will serve you well. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to enjoy the parade. And she begins to walk over to one of the large crystal windows, which is about 15 feet above the crowd.
Just out of character, Tauri wouldn't be asking this, but I assume the Iron Stone is made to order.
Yes.
Cool.
We'll take a bit of
I
time.
suspect Tauri probably would have known that, not necessarily.
Yeah, what's on display? If you've ever been to one of those just rock stores, just hold or in a museum where there's a bunch of really shiny stones, it's like that, but really nice ones, setting cushions. None of them enchanted, so people can point out to the one they actually want, which can then be enchanted.
Cool, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to clarify before I asked a stupid question that I knew the answer to.
Yeah, she completes the order and begins to usher you out because she wants to witness the parade. At which point,
To the parade!
Yes. So, as noon strikes, you begin to hear a crescendo of percussion-like instruments echoing out from the heart ward of the city. Ximori, you would know this, having spent at least half a day over at the Jade Cathedral. There is a continual, like, harmonious din, for lack of a better term, that emits out of the Heartwood at all times, which is known as the Eternal Song, which has been essentially a percussion-like, like those brass bowls that you rub in, like, science museums kind of thing, that has been apparently echoing through the city since it was founded, essentially. But this kind of like builds on top of that up to a crescendo, which you would know to be the start of the parade. Everyone gets really excited and begins to like hustle closer to the parade line, which the scale guard are kind of like making sure are holding back everyone. Can I have perception checks from anyone who wants to make one?
What am I making a roll for?
My second nat 20.
Not a nat 20, but a 19 plus 8.
17.
I rolled a 3 for what it's worth, plus some stuff I don't know what for.
20.
Arquen and Balrick.
I'm on bodyguard mode now.
As you can say, everyone can tell the streets are absolutely packed. The two of you spot two different things. Arquen, Balrick, the first thing you notice is among the various scale guard that are acting like just as like police would on a parade route to make sure people don't get out into the road. You also notice, like, moving through the crowd, a bunch of people that are doing a good job at seeming or going unnoticed. But you are a man who looks for threats and specifically predators. You essentially notice that one or two moving through the crowd are quite muscular individuals wearing what can be constituted as plainclothes clothing, but there are essentially castigators dotted through the crowd, just keeping an eye on things. Arquen, what you notice, a short distance down the road for you, maybe half a mile tops, your keen eyes spot the figure that you have been thinking about for the last day, essentially. Koromar, a short way down, seems to just like be out and like on his shoulder is that halfling, silver-haired halfling, that are just taking a look around, like seemingly taking in the sights of the parade. As you can see, various bits of this parade going past of like dancers and puppets and varying things like that. Everyone knows that the real attraction is coming soon. I would like you to make me an insight check as well.
Okay. Not as good, but let me just check. Yeah, just plus my plus 2, so 16.
16. You're kind of distracted by the chaos and not able to keep full attention on them. But would you say like you start moving towards the crowd just to get a little bit closer to them to try and have an idea as to what they're doing? Not like up close, but close enough.
Yeah. Yeah, while also keeping an eye on the party because they are known to get in trouble.
You're fortunate in that you are essentially a head taller. Your shoulders are above most of the crowd. You can get a decent view.
It's why Balrick and I got such high perceptions.
You can see over everyone. As I say, the streets are now absolutely packed, and at the point that you kind of get to close enough to see what's going on, at this point the noise begins to build, the excitement, the palpable tension in the air rises, and you see coming down the promenade, pulled by two essentially riding drakes, like Derek, but not as... They don't have that presence that Derek has, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of muddy, mottled green scales. Pulling it along. A ornate, open-top carriage of, like, deep forest green, black, and gold pulling through. You can see this carriage, it would sit 4, 5 including the driver, is currently only sitting 2 individuals. The first of which you take along is a breathtakingly beautiful emerald dragonborn. She is wearing a like cloud white dress beaded up with pearls and jade and other such items. Sorry, give me a second. I realise I don't have a document open. I need. And sitting next to her is a middle-aged bronze dragonborn of incredible noble bearing, upright, kind of like almost if you could stand while sitting with that level of uprightness and drawing attention, just like holding a hand out to the crowd, his other hand holding his wife's. You can see like the mottling of aging already taking to the scales, turning him this like jade, as close to jade as you can get without being jade. He too wearing this kind of white but cut with like patterned purple leafing stitched into this cut suit that hangs loosely down to his sides, the wind occasionally catching up the current. Those of you who are from the Empire and know of things in the Empire, you know this to be Malachi Teotzadan, who is the heir to the Imperial throne, and his wife Polysena. Tauri, you would know they also have 2 children. That is just common knowledge that do not appear to be part of this parade. The crowd goes absolutely wild at signs of this, like banners and ticker tapes and everything. People blowing horns and the like as they go past. Malachi like waving essentially to his subjects as they go past. With that 16 insight check though, Arquen, everyone on this street is paying attention to Malachi, except for a handful of people. The first, the ones that Balrick has noticed. There are people who are watching the crowd. And then there is Koromar and Finian, who are paying attention not to the prince and his wife, but to the people around him. To the marching by the side of the caravan, these heavily armoured, face-plated individuals, each wielding a bludgeoning weapon of some kind, from a large, like, spherical, two-handed morning star to twin hammers, these kind of instances. These, everyone knows, are Jade Cloaks. They are the elite Imperial Guard, who occasionally, very rarely, are trained essentially in Heisu Palace, which is in Faith's Call, long distance from here, the Imperial City, essentially. They are, quote-unquote, the greatest soldiers within the Empire. You don't know any of them, per se, but they are wearing absolutely gorgeous armor. Each one with a jade-colored, like, properly green jade cloak clasped with silver dragon claws to their armor, and they are like taking hot steps to maintain with this carriage that's going slightly faster than walking pace. And you can tell, Arquen, that Finian and Koromar are paying attention to them. They're paying attention to the Scale Guard. They are paying attention to the Castigators.
Oh, fuck, they're gonna do something. Can I get Aderyn? Sort of, not like to draw attention to ourselves, but I'd like to sort of hot foot it over to Aderyn, you know, excuse me, sorry, and say, Aderyn, you know, the people that I've been speaking to, I'm like a whisper real close to you. It's like, I think they're gonna fucking try something at the festival. Like, they are watching the security really hard.
So you want to help them?
I don't know what they're gonna do, but like, I feel like whatever they're gonna do is probably gonna fail. Can you see how many fucking people there are here? Like, how many castigators and whatnot? Like, that's a castigator, that's a castigator. Like, this guy's a castigator.
Are you sure? They just look like normal.
Trust me, they are. Yeah.
So you want to stop them then?
I want to warn them. Can you? I like will sort of like pick you up and like they're over there.
Okay. I'll. The one that was talk to you, that one?
Yeah, the bronze dragonborn. Yeah. Can you say this is Arquen's? I'd like to call you a friend. Is that all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Your friend.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. I was like, this is Arquen's friend. Whatever you're gonna do, you are surrounded by castigators. Think it through.
Okay. Yeah.
Now's probably not the day.
Got it. I'm gonna connect mentally with Arquen's friend.
If you want, I'll roll a stealth or sleight of hand check to not come off as a bit weird.
No, you're fine.
Cool.
I'm gonna mentally say, hello. This is your conscience. Bad idea.
Okay. Aderyn. Roll me a persuasion check. I don't think this is quite deception. I know the consciousness thing, but
I'll put Aderyn back down, and then I would like to make my way back through the crowd to be not behind them, but can I spot the closest castigator to them?
Yeah.
Cool.
You rolled high enough to spot them, especially with Balrick.
How far away are they from that too?
A fair distance. They would have to get through the crowd a fair way before getting to them by any means.
In which case, I'd like to be maybe 6 feet away from, 6 to 10 feet away from them, and between them and the castigator.
Okay, you need to make me a stealth check to make it through the crowd without being noticed by Karma.
Okay.
To be within 10 feet.
19.
You have disadvantage, don't you?
No, I'm not wearing my armor.
Okay, you're not wearing your armor.
As I stated.
Okay. You begin to kind of move through the crowd, keeping your head down slightly to avoid attention. You're fortunate that Koromar and Finian appear to be locked in on whatever they're doing and aren't really taking in around their surroundings outside of what they're trying to.
Obviously, before I go, he's like, hey, something's about to fucking go down.
Aderyn, what did you roll?
2.
2.
22.
Oh, 22.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, how did you roll a 2? You have 5 to charisma modifier. Yeah, you see him just perk up. And he's like, okay, this is my conscience. It's fine. We know what we're doing.
It's not fine. I am your friend. I am the friend, and there's lots of castigators everywhere. You might be a castigator. The one next to you might be a castigator.
You can see him full on going very questioning right now. He just begins to
agent.
Look around and Finian's nudges him, and you're now kind of close enough to. I'd say make me a perception check, Arquen, because it is quite noisy around here at the minute.
That's the third 19 I've rolled today. 27.
It's not natural 20s from you for once. Yeah, you managed to listen in. It's and you hear Finian just process hey, pay attention, fucker.
You go upstairs, funny.
He's like, oh yeah. He begins to look around, and you see him at this point clock, castigator. He leans down to Finn. And he's like, hey, Finn. Not just the cloaks we got to deal with. He's like, yeah, they're always lingering around, but I don't think it'll be a problem next time.
Bad idea.
You don't hear that.
Arquen.
Hello?
Boris is I tell you what, Aderyn, make me a charisma check to see whether you can pick up his thoughts rather than just engaging in a conversation right now.
Okay. That's a 2 on the die, so.
You don't get it. You don't get his thoughts, but at this point, the wagon, the carriage is pulling through, and you see Finian and Koromar just look at each other, take a few looks around, and like what's at this point like behind the carriage. They're not even paying attention to the carriage. Everyone else is like leaning, doing this, and they're just like looking behind where they can see like a few more like scale guard on the route. And like handmaidens to the princess essentially, just following in the wake, and then just like, and then at that point, Arquen, you see them just like begin to like move back through the crowds, seemingly like they're trying to pass it off as like being just someone who's just like trying to get ahead of a crowd moving off, but they do begin to head away and head towards like the alleys. What are the rest of you doing?
They're not.
I'm enjoying the parade.
Watching the parade, yeah.
Keeping an eye on the castigators, because I'm still branded.
Did Balrick actually point them out to everyone? Just checking.
Yeah, go on. I'll have been on, or I might have been on deck back as well, and like, even better.
I will say at this point, Pass Without Trace lasts an hour. Yeah.
Oh.
You would have had to cast it again. I'm okay with you just casting it again and spending a spell slot. I'm just saying that you would have had to have done that.
I can do that.
Look at my funny horse.
There's 2 second level spell slots. Oof.
Arquen, sorry.
So they are going away from the parade, like.
Yeah, so they're pulling away from the crowds. The crowd are beginning to like try and follow, but like the entire parade route has filled up. From like a zoomed out perspective, this parade has essentially looped out of the Heart Ward, gone around into the inner city, past the Crystal Lantern, and then is going to loop back around to the Jade Basilica, where a kind of commencement ceremony will happen. Yeah.
Are they perchance sort of heading in the Vey? So they're heading. Are they heading the Vey direction of like the palace or like whatever it is that these?
As in Koromar and Finian.
Yeah.
Roll me a survival check to see how good your layout of the city is so far.
18.
18.
Yeah, +5. 18.
It's hard. Considering the side of the street they were on, like if they're gonna head in that direction, they would have to cross this main road to get towards the city. So it's possible that they're trying to find the crossing route. You do tell that they are heading, they like head directly away from the road initially to get into like the alleyways. It's possible that they're going to try and like loop around to find a spot, but you very quickly lose sight of them upon heading into the alleyway in the opposite direction from the Heart Ward. But that's just because of where the main road is.
Yeah. I'll like wave over at Aderyn, like. I meant like.
Oh.
She walks over and then connects.
I do that. I walk over and then go. Yes.
Yeah. Arquen is like thinking his thoughts really hard at Aderyn.
You know, that's not how it works. I have to start it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, he stopped, right? So
anyway, hello. I feel like I've kind of got to go after them just because otherwise I think I just need to. I'm sorry.
Do you want me to come with you?
Well, I was motioning to you so that you didn't have to walk over it. I'm running out of time. You guys, I feel like you shouldn't come with me, but also I don't.
Go. Just go.
I run away.
I'm on mute. Arquen, I would like you to make survival and stealth checks sequentially.
Okay.
And the rest of you see Arquen kind of come over and then quickly bolt off. What are you all doing?
Ximori is further around the parade route because I didn't want anything to do with the magic shop this morning.
Okay.
So I went sort of down into the inner city, trying to find a bar that I feel has my sort of vibe and might potentially have something of the punitive arts available later on.
Of the what
But I'm
arts?
slightly
Sorry?
I'm looking for fighting pits.
Right, got you.
But as the sort of parade is coming, I'm sort of trying to muscle my way to the front to have a look and see what's going on.
Cool.
Sort of further around the parade route.
Yeah, you further around the parade route, you see the carriage kind of pull up to witness something just before it enters back into the Heart Ward, which is where you've managed to situate yourself. You're actually a fair distance away from everyone else at this point. You see that there is a troop of duelists. Common thing within the Empire, you obviously dealt with the Sunlit Waves back in Geodothras. These ones are wearing what can best be described as like Napoleon-era military outfits in like varying shades of lapis blue with detailing on. Each of them wield like saber-like weapons. And they put on a incredible display. I would like you to make me a religion check. I will give you advantage because of being affiliated with the Empire and being the one practicing member of the religion in this party.
That gives me religion
resurrected me
is
lately,
wisdom,
so-
really? 12!
12. Even with the 12, it is a fairly... It is a concept that's drilled into you. It is one of the particular, like... Parable isn't quite the word I'm looking for. But
Entombment Day is big about personal safety.
yeah, but it's... like, this individual thing is a showcase particularly detailing. It is a story of an event you know from various religious scripture called the Jewel of Swek Daira, which is a story from the time of the Pure Heart Crusade that got written into essentially the Holy Book about when Rethmexiel fought the Lord of Devils in solo combat atop the hilltops for the fate of Fathaline and what would become the Empire. And it is this like iconic story as to who the Imperial line is and the role of the Imperial line in the existence, the continued existence, and the eternal protection that is afforded to the Empire by them continuing to be in place. And essentially these people are doing a stage show of sword combat to display that individual. They are stunning to watch. The Sunlit Waves were impressive, right? These are another level. It is the Cirque du Soleil of like duelist acts level quality. They are unbelievable to witness. They are masters of their craft, and it is enrapturing to everyone that sees. The carriage stops to take in the witness of it before moving on into the Heart Ward eventually.
I have decided this is Ximori's favourite parable out of all the various stories of the religion.
I can give you other ones, but
This is going to be his favourite. So this is going to be their favourite.
cool. Arquen, what did you roll?
Got an 18 on survival and a fucking another 19 on the stealth.
Why do we roll?
I can't lose.
Go to the casino, fucker.
Don't- Yeah, take this slug to the fucking casino.
Yes, you start following, and then it's very like with how quickly you like sprint off, right? You catch them still in the alleyway that they left, which is slightly surprising to you because like you gave them a decent head start. You would have expected them to have left by now, but they are just leaving it. They don't appear to notice you, but you begin to be able to like tail them on. Give me a quick perception or investigation check.
It's going to be perception. Oh my fucking god. 27 again.
Use different dice.
Yeah, okay.
Why do we
cannot
let you roll things?
4 19s in
No.
6 dice rolls.
5 19s, I'll have you know.
You know that the
In
dice aren't the problem.
Why do we make you roll
I'm going to make you
things?
roll digital dice from now on.
I rolled a 19, an 18, and a 13, and in various combinations.
I'm going to get you one of those spinning discs.
Can someone pull up a spreadsheet and can we start
Yeah,
tracking his averages?
Give me my bullet dice. I've got my bullet dice. They roll terribly.
I'll get a bingo roll. They do. They're fucking shit.
They literally do not roll above a 10.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cool as hell, though.
We're going to get you the most gimmicky dice delivery system possible.
You notice where they're leaving from, that your eyes are drawn to there, and you see like written in chalk, like on the side of this wall, a number of like symbols and that lot. You don't have no idea what they mean, but you like quickly glance and like, that's odd. Before they like head off into the alleyways, and you begin following them.
Do they look arcane or like proper, like, you know, or like graffiti or?
At a glance, as you trying to keep up with them, you're not 100% certain. Like, graffiti would be where your mind would probably go, but because you don't have enough time to really discern if they're arcane or any particular meanings, right? You head off after them, and they begin moving quite deliberately through alleyways, looping back around those places. They are practiced at this, it does seem. There is a feeling where you're like, this kind of trying to lose tail feels quite familiar to you. But you are also quite good at this and manage to trail them, and they begin to head not towards the Heart Ward but towards the Warrens, towards the northwest of the city, almost in the complete opposite direction of the Heart Ward is the general direction that you're heading in.
I'd also obviously like to keep track on if I'm being tailed at all.
With your passive perception, you're fairly confident in the busyness of the day that nothing seems to be following you right now.
Cool. I guess I'll keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do. I trail them. So.
You trail them further into the city, eventually fully into the Warrens, which is a relatively run-down section of the city. It's very packed, full of alleyways. The widest roads here can maybe fit a cart down, kind of thing. And you see eventually they seem to relax a little bit. I'm carrying your stealth through on this. Confident that if anyone was tailing them, they would have given up by now. And begin to like just start chatting idly. You're not close enough to pick up any conversation, but you just see they're idly chatting. You see a couple of other people that you did see leaving the Golden Moon the night before. Eventually, kind of meet up with them en route.
The name of the organisation, the something Compass, or
Knight's Compass is the name you can give it. And they eventually head into a tavern of some kind, or a building with a kind of shop front down the front, all heading into that building.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably just post up outside and just double check that they haven't been followed by any castigators or anything like that. I'm kind of treating the castigators as secret police. I don't know if that's actually accurate or whether they're just like essentially anti-mage, mage hunters.
Their remit is specifically mage hunting.
Yeah.
Now, you wouldn't know this, but high level, the castigators are one of those entities, especially with the Officio Arcanum, that is capable of extending their reach possibly outside what their remit is meant to be.
Yeah.
But official line is they are mage hunters, and they deal with ensuring the continued safety of the Empire from magical threats, foreign and abroad.
Foreign and domestic.
Yeah.
Which obviously, if this happens to be a magical organisation, then it would be on their radar, or like they'd want to. If it was on their radar, they'd want to hunt it anyway.
Yes. Cool.
But I haven't seen any examples of that yet.
You post yourself up there for the afternoon. The rest of you, Arquen has been gone a while. The crowds have begun to disperse. A lot of people heading off to the nearby like food vendors who have like rolled their wagons up nice and close with the large crowds, trying to make use of it because it's around lunchtime, and are going about their day. Town is busy. What would you like to do?
Can I go to Balrick and just like tap him on the shoulder?
He was on deck, so that deck shoulder. Alright, Aderyn?
I'm just a little bit worried.
It's about Arquen. I saw you were chatting,
Yeah.
like making eyes.
Well, not. What do you mean?
No, like communicating.
There's like, I'm not into like.
That's not what I'm saying. No,
Because he was like made of wood, you know.
Aderyn, I mean that it looked like you were doing your communication thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But would you notice if someone made eyes at me?
To the point.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was going to use text from other people, but that's fine. So, what was I saying?
You were worried.
Yes, I'm worried about Arquen.
I thought so. Where did he go?
You know that the friends of his that we're not sure if they're friends that came to talk to him.
Aye.
So they were looking suspicious. Arquen noticed that they were looking like they were about to do something to the parade, like something dangerous or bad, and it was going to go badly because of all the castigators. So Arquen asked me to tell them to stop, and then they stopped, but I think they noticed really, and then they went away and Arquen ran after them.
Shite. Do you know whereabouts he went? Well, I mean, I don't know how well my tracking will do in
He said he had to do
time.
it, and that he had to, I think, maybe speak to them.
I think we'll leave it to him because I'm not going to be able to. My tracking's good, but I'm not sure I'll be able to find it in this aftermath of this parade. There's too much disturbance. We're just gonna have to trust him that he knows what he's doing. I say that we'll get him his shield, so when he comes back, he's got a treat.
What if he doesn't come back?
They said he was their friend, so
Yeah, but I mean, if I was your enemy, I wouldn't go up to you and go, "Hello, I'm your enemy."
At this point, I think dying's not the biggest issue for Arquen. You know, if anyone's going to come back from dying, Arquen's done it the most.
2-1, baby. 2-1.
Well, okay, but if he doesn't come back by nightfall, maybe then we can go look for him.
Aye, then we'll go look for him. I'll do better if there's less people around anyway.
Okay. Are you alright? You've not talked to me a lot today.
Yeah, aye. I'm fine.
Is this because now you get to ride there, so you think you're above us?
I mean, I was taller than you anyway. Now you're just a minister. I'm fine. Just a poor sleep.
Touch.
15.
That's enough. Well, it's not charisma to hide it.
He's definitely covering for something. He's doing that dad thing of like trying not to worry you with something that's going on with him.
You know, if things are not okay, you can't just tell me. I can handle it. I know it doesn't seem like I can handle much, but I would want to know.
I know.
I doubt it's poor sleep with how you snore.
I thought snort.
Well, someone was snoring in the room.
Probably that.
With her. In her own mind. Does Aderyn snore in everyone's minds?
When she's not paying attention.
That's why Lesley has to drink so much wine usually before bed.
If Aderyn has a nightmare, everyone has a nightmare.
He's written that down now.
You prick!
Yeah, nightmares. Why would you say that? All right. I'll. If someone comes up, I'll let you know.
Keep it simple. Has come up.
And I need to deal with it first, right?
Okay, just you don't have to do it alone. You know, we all rely a lot on you, and you can rely on us too.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, what are we doing now then? The parade. I didn't even get to enjoy the parade.
Oh, you get too distracted. It was quite nice. Lots of fancy things going on.
Probably still going on further down the road.
And yeah, you can run further down the road. It's still going on. But
At this point, you can see that a large portion of the crowd has headed towards the Heart Ward. No one's... Ximori, you would know, because you're probably in part of this crowd. But you are, the crowd is shambling like a zombie horde towards the Basilica of St. Manaz in the centre of the city, which has an absolutely giant courtyard that can hold like a couple of thousand people in it standing. So that's where people seem to be heading.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm sort of not particularly... When you get to sort of Ximori's size and shape, you don't have to worry about the crowds too much.
No, you're not really getting body checked.
I'm not sort of, trying to get there quickly. I'm just sort of walking there with purpose.
Sure.
Ximori's not with the rest of us and is just having the best day. I've got cotton candy, I've got a turkey leg.
It's Ximori's day out.
The four of you, though, who are still together, are you trying to follow the crowd? Are you going to go off and do something else? What do you want to do?
Try and follow Ximori, because I wanna find out more about what's happening.
Cool.
well, Lesley, you go make sure she don't get lost. Me and Tauri will finish up our business.
Yeah, Lesley will also reassure Aderyn that probably, as many men of a certain age, probably he's just going to look for a toilet.
Cool.
I'm going to toss Aderyn a small pouch. Here's 10 gold. 10 gold.
Pocket
Treat
money.
yourself.
Pocket money.
Your gold. I'm
I'm
taking it out. I'm taking it out of the bank.
Just before we all split it off, one thing I do want to have a discussion about is the water breathing spell that I've bought. Whether it is a party buy or whether it is funded solely by me, because it's expensive.
I'm happy for it to be a party, but Aderyn would be more than happy to be like, yeah, I'll take it out
This
of my...
was Tauri asking the group, by the way.
Lesley will say, you can take that up with my accountant. And we'll just like...
I've got Balrick. I've got loads of money. I'm getting interest.
I'll sort it out. Arquen has no money, so he'll owe me more. Leslie's gonna rack up more debt with me. Does Lesley? You've not stored any money? No, Lesley. Lesley, you paid off your debt.
New debt. It's new debt.
You had a new debt. And then
Did you have anything left over from the debt, from the debt repayment?
What?
How much was the debt? And then we got given $1,000 each, didn't we?
Leslie paid off their full debt, but Tauri didn't, and you've gained more debt.
Accrued, yeah.
But it's important for your credit rating to use, your credit limit.
Exactly, to repay it.
And I
We're gonna go
haven't
mug
looked
some people.
what the credit limit is yet. Let's find out.
So, Tauri, I will pay from my money, and that will apparently be the party.
Well, you don't have to pay. Yourself, personally. It can
Because
be
that's
wiped
my
off.
debt.
It can be wiped off the money that I
Yeah.
still owe you. Yes. That seems
Yeah.
fair.
So, how much was the scroll?
500.
So I worked out, it works out around 83 gold per person.
83 gold per person. Because that's between 6 people. That's more complicated. Do it between 5. I'll double my portion. Yeah.
Was it 82 or 83? Did you say?
83 between 6.
83.
Well,
Well, just do it. Okay, 83.
So I now owe you 655 gold.
what is it per person?
While the accounting
No.
is going on, and Aderyn
No.
and Lesley try to make their way through the crowd. Oh yeah.
Lesley will be describing the dress, like the outfits of the people in like excruciating detail to Aderyn.
It is.
I will nod
To die for.
tell him to be there.
It's 500. It's 619 gold.
You make your way through the crowd, and Aderyn and Lesley, you don't have great view. You're not technically in the plaza of the basilica, but they're like as a wide promenade leading to it. That is where you are, with banners of jade, with the symbol of the dragoness and the imperial family, like stitched into these ginormous banners hanging from stone pillars. The buildings either side, the tree lines, etc. Ximori, you actually managed to get into the basilica, or into the plaza outside of it, where you're able to see, essentially bear witness to, and the two of you even further back are able to hear this clearly. The acoustics here are either a feat of engineering unlike anything, or magical in some nature, to be heard all the way up this promenade. And basically the church holds this extensive sermon that goes on until like the mid-afternoon by the end, speaking on Rethmexiel and his continued protection of the Empire through his descendants, and how the Imperial family protect us in ways both obvious in the way that they ensure the continued running of the government, the lords and the Shengzis of all of the different grand provinces, and ensuring that the land is prosperous through responsible governance, but also in ways that we ourselves do not necessarily understand, protecting us through their will and their grace and the internal protection of the Dragoness above all. It descends into, within that, they have found their purpose. They know in their hearts their purpose as a royal descendant, and it is on us to find our own purpose within that, to ensure that we can provide the same level of dedication to ourselves and to the wider community in the same vein as those of the Holy Bloodline as well. It is not ours to do a purpose that is not of our own. Each of us is given a role for us to find and to do, and we should follow the example of the royal family in this. And it kind of goes into that, and retelling stories of Rethmexiel Pureheart, retelling stories of also descendants of him, of the great success of the Wernin Crusade under Kemetuti, and all of these varying different, particularly memorable previous emperors and empresses through the centuries, leading eventually now to Emperor... his name's gone out of my head. Current Emperor Teotihuacan. Jeez. My own brain is failing me in this heat right now. It's not important.
I set the basilica on fire.
You set the basilica on fire, sure. And yes, and within that, at that point, Malachi takes to the stage. Damri Teotihuacan, that's his name. Malachi takes to the stage and begins a speech to the people, thanking them for their continued faith in the royal family, in talking about how his father has guided him, such that in due time, when he steps into Hesu Palace in Faith's Call, he will be ready to lead the people into a new era. But before such time, he then begins to speak into the coming crusade of his father's crusade, speaking on how it will be the marking of the great man that is his father in ensuring the expanded prosperity of the empire. And to that end, he ends the speech with, I, as Shengzi of the Tyson Sea, commit now 2 regiments of the Stormcrests dedicated to the protection of this capital city to my father's crusade to ensure the glorious succession and the bringing of Cascadia Reach into this great empire and the benevolence of the Dragoness to the people who live there within. The Ember Shields and Cliff Hawks will prepare to depart in the coming days, and we shall see them off in great glory to the coming crusade that shall launch in but a matter of weeks. This is met with huge applause. You can see at this point that marching into the arena are 2 full regiments of Stormcrests. Their crested helms catching in the breeze here, and it is a full-on... the noise erupting here as everyone celebrates this great victory, this great kind of proposal. At which point Malachi steps down, joins his wife, they rejoin their carriage, and their carriage begins to head up the promenade, the crowd dispersing out the way as the Jade Cloaks kind of push like a bow wave, and they head back to Jishen Palace, the royal palace within the heart of the city. And I think there is a good point for us to take a break, and we'll pick up with the conclusion of the parade into the evening as you all go and attend a wonderful performance at the theatre. But we will see you all in a little bit. And welcome back. We'll pick up with the Grand Parade of Entombment Day concluded. People going about enjoying an afternoon in the dappled sunshine across the city, some taking to the gardens, the public gardens, some taking to taverns, some returning to work, etc. There is a few hours before the theatre. Is there anything anyone would like to do, or we can jump straight to the evening?
I'd like to talk to Lesley.
Well, I have something I'd like to do as well afterwards, just won't take me long.
I'm gonna turn to Lesley as like the parade kind of like the crowd disperses. I'm just gonna go, Lesley, I think I might need to get into the palace.
Why do you want to go to the palace?
Kind of makes sense.
Plot twist, we're going to be doing the Nicolas Cage movie where he steals the documents of America.
Sorry, did you call them the documents of America?
Yes, I did, because I forgot the name of the Constitution for a brief
Not
moment.
even that. The Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of
Oh, shit,
Independence.
it's America.
I'm stealing the documents of America.
It's now an undocumented immigrant and it has to leave. Sorry.
I mean, to be fair, that is everybody who's not native to America. Next.
That completely caught me off guard. Carry on, Sarah. I'm fascinated.
Aderyn wants to steal the documents of The Jade Empire. Yeah. What would you like? What would you like to do in the palace?
Well, you heard what he said, right? Like, they do all of whatever they do for the people, and they're protecting the people in ways that we don't know.
I did hear them say that.
What if,
Yes.
so they do it through the power of the dragoness. What if they speak to her, like, actually, like, what if they have, like, a dragon in there? Or what if there's a dragon that comes and tells them things? Or what if, I don't know, I think I've been trying all this time to look for an answer in books, and that, like, the handsome priest, but what if I'm never going to find it in that? Surely all of the most valuable information, the most important, they'll have it themselves. What if they're the only people that... What if they know the dragon that spoke to me?
I think you might be right that there might be a vast amount of information within the palace that would be very valuable to have access to, and I support this side of you fully, 100%. I would like to ask, have you heard of the word propaganda?
Roll intelligence check.
No!
Savage.
Yeah, it means to look real hard at someone, saying you're having a propaganda at them.
That's a 17, thank you very much.
This is
I
an
wasn't-
extremely correct goose.
I wasn't going to hold you to it. It was just too funny.
Look how dapper this goose is.
This is a very correct goose.
Propaganda is, Lesley, it's when you gossip about people so that they, like, buy more tickets to the show. Your show, not their show.
Kind of, yeah, kind of.
I do it all the time for my dad. Like, it's like standard.
Stop marketing. Propaganda.
Advertising.
Lying.
Well, that's the episode title.
I think maybe they were saying they were being advised by the dragoness because that would make people here feel that what they were doing was, righteous in some way. I think it may have been more metaphorical.
But what if it isn't?
And I think that's an excellent avenue to explore. I just want to, just in case, I just want to, temper your expectations. I don't know that they're not speaking the dragoness, but I suspect. But they probably have some really cool books in there about where she
You
might be.
agree we should find out, right? They probably... Wait, how many royals are there? There's that one that talked and the pretty lady,
There's at
which
least
is
2.
probably 5. Do they have children? Anyone you can seduce?
Oh, nobody's beyond my... Not children, though.
X card.
Let's look around and see. We'll be here for a whole week. Let's see if there's a way of us getting into the palace. Maybe we could go in disguise. I know that you love a good disguise, and you look great as an old woman.
I do look pretty old woman. I just... What if what they say is right, and they are called to that greater purpose by the dragoness, and what if they each have, I don't know, dragons advising them, and then maybe they would be able to, I don't know, maybe their dragons would know the dragon that spoke to me, and...
I'm not sure, because I don't really know how dragons communicate. I don't know if there's like a dragon social network bulletin board situation. But, oh, Gethin's thinking. Stop it.
No, I'm trying to come up
He's
with
trying to think of a name.
I'm trying to think of a pun for Facebook.
I think... I'm not sure. I don't know that they're actually conversing with dragons. I don't know.
Wingstagram, sorry.
We know that can happen. I mean, purple one talk to me.
But the things that they're doing in the name of the dragons, we've seen it. Like,
Then, well, if they're lying about that, then that's wrong, and we need to also find out.
I think you might be right. I think it's our duty to find out what's going on here. And I think Balrick would definitely agree with us that this is exactly what we need to do to break into the palace.
Or somehow get invited in, maybe.
To get into the palace. I reckon Ximori would quite like to have a look around.
Have you guys tried this like sugar cloud stuff?
As Balrick always says, when in doubt, commit treason.
I think Ximori's just going to walk up with a bag of cotton candy. It's like, stuff is great.
Maybe I can.
It's hell on your teeth, though.
We're not there. We're at the shop.
Maybe I can talk to the priest soon, and maybe he knows more about whether this is propaganda or not. Because the church should know, right?
Ooh. It's a tricky one. I think maybe you shouldn't use the word propaganda when you're talking to the priest. Seems like maybe the church has a vested interest in what the emperor's doing.
Okay. Aderyn will make a mental note about the word propaganda. It doesn't make a mental note whether it's use it or not use it.
It's propaganda. Priest propaganda.
Right. What
Have
we
a
doing with geese?
propaganda at the priest.
What we doing with geese? Also, hi.
Oh, where have you been this fine morning, Ximori?
Oh, wandering, looking for fights. Well, fight clubs.
Ximori,
Right.
do you believe?
In this?
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah. Kinda.
Kinda?
I mean, it's what I was raised in, so...
So you think
You know.
it's true?
Probably. I don't know why they'd lie.
So you have faith in what they're saying?
Yeah.
You're a believer?
Yeah.
And you think it's like they're not lying?
Don't think so.
So you agree, we need to go into the castle, the palace.
What?
What I heard.
We just need to get the rest on board now, but it's 3 of us. And Arquen
What?
will be on board as well. He owes me one.
We
Arquen
don't-
will be on his head.
We don't go in the palace. That's not like a... What?
You paid for the palace. Your taxes go to them. You should be able to enter.
They paid for the palace. I've not paid taxes in 100 years.
But before that,
Castigator turns up and arrests you.
dang,
I
I'm
don't have
full of
a fixed
murders,
job.
and they got them for tax evasion.
I'm an adventurer. It's tax exempt.
Ximori's surname is Capone.
He gets
Yes,
brought
never
down by
come
the
up
cotton candy because he didn't pay tax on it.
Yeah, but like, they're the royals, right? They don't interact with us like that.
But they're here to... Yeah, they're here to protect and serve us all, right?
I mean, not like directly. They're not coming down with like a sword and a shield.
Why not? They should be. The strongest.
When you
king-
got an army,
Yeah, and the king leads the army into battle, into glorious victory, right?
maybe a king does, but an emperor doesn't. No.
Point of interest. There has been record of emperors leading armies
Yeah.
in the past. Damri is like 110 years old.
Yeah. So,
And raring to get at them.
so that like, I'm big fan of Damri. Wonderful emperor. Done good things, I think. I've not really been paying attention, but not what you call a warrior.
Well, then shall we?
Spiked blades on his wheelchair. Wheels.
Look, you know how I'm good at dealing with situations by punching people really hard?
Mm-hmm.
And how Tauri's good at dealing with conversations by talking to people and getting them to give them what she wants sometimes.
Yeah, she's really good at that.
Or getting me punched in the face.
Oh, yeah.
One of the two.
Excellent.
Emperors, well, some of them are a bit like me, and they're a bit fighty. Some of them are like Tauri, and they like talk their way around stuff.
But you didn't do the rest of it.
What you're saying is that you or Tauri could be emperors.
No. You don't want me running shit. I mean, Tauri, I'd trust them to run a shop.
I wouldn't. She'd be scamming everybody.
Well, yeah, but imagine that on, like, an empire scale. She'd be scamming everybody.
Do you think that's what the Emperor? So you don't believe in the propaganda?
Look, what have Greece got to do with this?
Ximori, do you know what propaganda means?
Is it like a well-dressed goose? I've got intelligence of 9. No, I don't.
It's like a well-dressed goose.
I don't see what a goose has got to do with this.
It's not that much higher.
It's a well-dressed goose, but it's actually an ugly chicken.
So it's a lying goose.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
I still don't see what this has to do with Tauri in a shop.
But
Or
what
us
about
going into a palace.
What about different other types of... There can't be just 2 types of Emperor. What about the rest of us? What do we do?
Right, so... You know how, like, Balrick, like, doesn't really talk to anybody if he can help it, and just sort of sits and watches over all of us? That's a kind of emperor you could be, or an empress you could be.
It's a bit like what the Dragoness does.
Yeah. And you know how, like, Lesley will try to sleep with anything that moves?
not anything.
That
Is
is...
established.
Anything over the age of consent.
Well, that's the thing an emperor could do as well. You know, they could make...
Building alliances.
Yeah, yeah. And Arquen
Right
is...
to dying.
I mean, I suppose you could be a martyr kind of thing. That's a way to go, but... I mean, Arquen is probably more that sort of warrior kind of emperor, but less fighty, more defendy. Like, the way the Empire, like, does stuff like, you know, going, taking new lands, all that sort of thing. That's the sort of thing I might do if I was in charge.
So you're saying that emperors can fight, but they can also talk. They can watch over, but they also build alliances, and then they sacrifice.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine an empire that was, like, just me? Just people like me? Like, no one's making your bread. No one's, like, running the magic shops. No one's teaching people magic, for one thing. And people don't really kind of know what's going on most of the time. Like, doesn't work.
What about me?
You are a kind of emperor that would be really, really interested in one bit and, like, finding out mysteries about stuff, you know? Like, leading by an example. Very curious kind of thing. But also quite weak because you're focusing on that thing and only that thing, really. You're very internal, Aderyn. You're very, like, inside your own head. You're very, like, in.
If only she was inside her own head. Instead her own head is going...
Have we Oh no, Lesley's really trying to interrupt this to stop Aderyn from hitting Ximori, maybe?
Maybe you're very out.
I am very carry out. That's kind of the problem.
Have they ever tried running an empire with not just like an emperor, maybe with a collective, a group of rulers?
Well, then who's in charge?
Well, they're all in charge.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
They all decide things together.
That doesn't make sense. We listen to Balrick, you know?
It's worth noting at this point, Ximori, that the Empire does have what is known as the Grand Forum, which is a large, like, Senate hearing meeting of all of the people who are landed gentry to discuss things that the Emperor says they have to do.
Yeah, but they're not in charge.
No.
You know how, like, we all talk about stuff, but mostly we just kind of end up doing what Balrick says.
Well, that's because Balrick.
It happens a lot. Yeah. And because Balrick's got the money,
Good ideas.
they're sort of in charge. And they don't listen to the sort of nonsense that people like me say.
So it's the rich people that are in charge.
Yeah, usually, because they've got the most stuff.
But how does that help
It's-
us go to the palace?
It doesn't, is the thing. We have nothing. And so we are the little people, and they're the people playing... You know the board game with, like, you got, like, the little pieces and you move them around. What's it called? No, that's...
Most board games have that component to them.
Yeah, but you know, like, yeah. So we're the little pieces on the board, and they're the people playing the board. Yeah, Mousetrap, that's the one.
Says a passing stranger.
Yeah, it's great fun. I'll have to see if I can find a game somewhere. Play
Passing stranger
Mousetrap.
that you don't recognise.
Oh yeah, Mousetrap.
I know! We set up a meeting with the handsome priest, and then we ask him if the royals want to meet Dirk, and that's our way in.
Look, I like Cyric, alright? Good guy. Very pretty. Problem is, Cyric is still one of our people.
He can pass the message up.
Yeah,
Fine,
maybe.
and the royals reach out to us. They ask us, oh, we want to meet Dirk, because whoa, Dirk is a dragon, and Dirk is so cute and so cool. We want to meet him. And they invite us in.
You know how, like, the people playing the board games can just kind of go, I like this piece, it's mine now.
Well, that's stupid. No one can have Dirk.
They can. Because they've got an army. And I'm good at fighting. But I can't fight an army.
They can't take Dirk if the people already know Dirk doesn't belong to them.
Eh. There's, you know, okay. You know the place you came from?
Which one?
The
My mother's
over the
home?
mountains. No, over the mountains.
Yeah.
You know how that place was your people's place, and then we came?
Like your people are in like the village, or like the north,
Like
or like
the Empire.
humans, or like the elves.
Like the
Aderyn.
Empire.
Aderyn's land isn't in the Empire.
No.
Loringa Confederacy is a separate entity.
Ah. What's the one I'm thinking of that's like a sort of vassal state?
There aren't any, really. Everywhere is a grand province.
Yeah.
What's the newest one? Because that's
Your
what we
one,
always-
Stone Shore.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Alright, you know the place that Tauri came from? Not a mother's womb. But like the
Mansion.
country bit.
Land.
And how that used to belong to the dwarves up there and like that lot of people. And then the Empire went, we want that. And so in go the armies, and the people there are going, no, this is art, it belongs to us. And then they're killed violently by the people with swords and spears. By the big armies. And now it's theirs. And no one's going to argue, because they got all the swords and spears.
So we have to hide there.
Yeah, because we're nothing. We're important, to people like us. But, we're down here. And they're, up there somewhere.
You're filling me with a lot of negativity, Ximori. This is not helping my plan.
Would you like some sugar cloud?
Yes.
Tauri,
Yes.
what did you want to do before this evening's entertainment?
I want to go and find a jeweler.
Sure.
Ooh.
Relatively.
Is this a jeweler, as in somebody who deals with jewels, or a jeweler, somebody who deals with jewels? Because it turns out that you guys say it very similarly.
Yeah,
Well,
it is a flaw. I am fully aware.
Well, to be fair,
You're
possibly not a jeweler, maybe a goldsmith.
Okay.
Wherever I think would be the best place to grab an ingot of gold.
Certainly. Yeah, you know of a place in Guildridge. It's a place you frequented in your time here previously. Again, primarily more of a jeweler than a goldsmith. But you know of Haven's Jewellery, which is run by an elf by the name of Had, that you have frequented in the past.
I want to buy an ingot of his purest gold.
What size are you looking for? You just want an amount of gold?
I would like...
What are you looking for?
I want to grab enough. Can I grab 500 grams?
I mean, D&D works in Imperial, but sure.
Fine.
A pound. That's a pound.
Yeah.
You want a pound of gold?
Depending on the price. How much is a pound of gold?
I
500 grams, but...
don't know. That's not exactly something that D&D has. What
How many
again? I will
gold
ask you
pieces
above
worth
table.
of gold
What are
do you want?
trying to accomplish here? Rather than trying to be subtle, let me help you.
I'm not trying to. I wasn't trying to be subtle. I am looking to get gold to be able to, in the far future, once I've sorted what I'm doing, to create earrings, ear studs to give the party basically walkie-talkies.
Right. Okay. You're gonna need... I will state at this point, having an ingot of gold and not having, like, a dedicated, like, smithing furnace is gonna be tricky. Jeweler's kit does not include, like, the ability to turn gold into molten liquid.
I assumed if I had a small crucible, it's got a low heating point, and then I use heat metal.
50 gold is a pound. A gold is a 50th. A gold piece is a 50th of a pound.
Right. Cool. 50 gold.
Cool. Could I also buy some earrings, like ear studs, earrings, to convert some of my gold into jewellery, just so that if we got robbed, for example, I might be able to keep some.
Yeah, you can do that however you necessarily want to handle that. That's no bother.
Cool. Thank you. That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
Across town, Arquen. How long do you wait outside?
Long enough that I'm leaving myself enough time to head back to sort of get into a fresh set of clothes, my nicest doublet, and then head to the other theatre.
You're more focused on just making sure that they weren't followed rather than what they are then doing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You do give it like a couple of hours just to be certain.
Yeah.
You see some varying numbers of people begin to rejoin the street out here. You don't see any traffic that immediately concerns you, and you're able to head back to the Golden Moon where the rest of the party kind of meet up. You all dress up and head over to the theatre. One of the theatres over in the Dusk Ward. For most of you, it is an opportunity to re-adorn the clothing that you got in Geodothras for the party at the mayor's house, which is some absolutely stunning attire, including, most notably for Arquen, Aderyn in a pure gold dress.
Repaired.
Good God!
It is a statement piece and a half. And Lesley has an even bigger cleavage.
Yeah, canonically.
Are you wearing
out of interest, when were these repaired after they had the little run-in with the whole...
You have a bard with a mending cantrip, it's fine.
I don't have a mending cantrip.
Oh.
Also, Balrick can stitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Not as hard as
no!
that.
Some slightly
Not as hard as
damaged, roughly sewn back together, very attractive clothing.
elbow patches.
Oh,
Big on elbow patches.
This is a sleeveless dress! Why are there elbows?
Yes. You swing by the scarf shop to pick up... God, what was her name?
oh, you'll have to give me a minute.
The scarves.
Sure, the water.
I don't have it in my notes.
I pick up my my fine clothing from the shop on the way there. I have a shoulder cape as well.
Lovely. But you meet her outside the shop where she is waiting in a very homely, like light blue dress. Nothing on the Aderyn spectrum, shall we say, but something relatively nice. She does beam at your approach. She's like, wonderful. I wasn't entirely certain you would be coming, but I'm excited to go see it. So, shall we?
I've been looking forward to this all week.
It's been a day.
All week. It's been 2 days.
Before I even knew.
Are we all there with Lesley right now?
Yes. Yes, you are.
I believe this woman was a halfling as well, so she just like comes up.
She's a tiefling.
Oh, tiefling. Okay, I remember the ling.
Other ling.
Yeah.
Thing. Ling thing.
So yes, arm in arm with this tiefling with the horns that are like gently woven with the hair, almost like braided with it. And you head over to the theatre, which has got a large crowd heading into it. It's one of a number of theatres in the Dusk Ward, but this does appear to be the place to be tonight. And you're not entirely sure why until you start getting closer and you realise there is quite a bit of scale guard security here. That is unexpected, shall we say. But you head inside to a... Oh, sorry.
Lesley is going to ask the tiefling, why all the pigs?
Oh. That's, She seems quite taken aback by the term, but she like slides her arm out of yours in that moment. And just like, is this the kind of person I want to be associated with?
Oh no, Leslie's blown it.
I've heard that there is there's rumours that there is a special guest attending the showing tonight, so I assume they are here because of that.
Oh, their protection. Okay, that makes more sense. Who might be attending?
I will be honest, I've I only caught scant rumours. I haven't exactly had a lot of foot traffic in my shop today, so I'm eagerly excited to find out. Just as, to be honest, I'm much more excited to see the show. As I say, people have been raving about it for weeks.
It sounds like it's going to be an amazing show, and you look amazing tonight as well. If I didn't already mention it, unless he's going to offer his arm again.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Disadvantage.
Please.
Oh, I didn't like that. This is a persuasion check.
What else would it be?
I don't know. Yeah, a different sort of charisma.
What, intimidation?
19.
Take my fucking arm.
Sorry, what was the total?
It's 19.
19. Upon seeing you kind of like that compliment, she slides her arm back in you and goes, well, let's find our seats. Possibly grab a glass of wine.
I like how you think.
You
Let's
all
steer her off to the bar.
Yes, you all head in. As noted, Lesley has a pair of seats. There is then one person in between you, and then there's the rest of you.
Hey, at least
Honestly,
we're together. I thought we'd have like 2 here, 1 here, 1 up there.
Yeah. Honestly,
And look at
impressive
this
you managed to
season.
get the-
Oh no, it's because
Look at
these are
this.
like fully obstructed view. The ones that you're in, like it's awful.
Well, now
And look at
everyone
this season
behind
there.
Ximori, me,
It's
and
not as bad as
Balrick is all.
whoever's
Where are the three? Ximori, Arquen, and Balrick are definitely in a 3, or just a wall.
I look at the
Kind of a,
person
like,
sitting in
tiny
the one
little
seat in
halfling
between.
couple.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, excuse me.
Sorry.
It's like the whole
Yeah.
thing that they're not actually big enough. You need like 1.5
Yeah.
seats, so you've got like
Yeah.
you guys like this.
We're all crammed in, like sitting on the armrest more than anything.
But
As
eventually,
a broad-chested man who's been to many theatres, it's a
eventually,
fucking struggle.
eventually the show does
Ximori
begin.
puts his arms behind people to make it more comfortable for himself.
We're
and it
all-
just
we're
makes
all-
it look-
Eventually, the show does begin. And as was explained to you, this is a dramatic retelling, a stage, almost an opera, of the classic folk tale, The Shrew on the Water, which is the tale of when a shrew took an arduous journey across the tumultuous Tyson Sea to witness Rethmexiel Pureheart themselves in Ashavar. It is a story on perseverance in hard times and finding your strengths, understanding your weaknesses, and how like people that you meet along the way can help you towards your goal. Bonding with others to create unified strength, and when you set your mind on something, kind of the ability to achieve that. That is the story. The thing that captures everyone's attention and why this show is so popular is it is a stunningly visual performance. To the point that even the crowd themselves is used as part of the stage show when great gossamer cloths of blue and white are passed through the crowd to act as waves, adding to this whole sensation. Everyone feels like they are almost in the scene and with the journey of the person who is acting as the shrew. There is live musical ambience that takes place through the entire thing, and the whole story, frustratingly for most of you, is done in Draconic. So there are those of you who just cannot understand what is being said, but you are pulled into the story by the emotion and the music, like you would watching an Italian opera where you can't speak Italian. You still understand everything that's going on because it sucks you in. For those of you who have a moment to pull yourselves away, up in a box that you can only barely see, you can see Malachi Teotzadan and his entire family here to watch the show. You can see his gorgeous wife in a brand new, depths of the ocean, almost black blue dress that seems to just catches pearls of moonstone and beading of moonstone and pearl etched into it, buying into the whole aspect of a sea feeling dressed like that. Teotihuacan himself in a very well-tailored black suit, almost tux style, and with them 2 young children. You would estimate no more than... You think the girl is probably teenage. The boy is definitely no older than 10. Both of them with strong green scale, emerald scaled coloration. The metallic nature of their father less prominent. Sitting there somewhat impatiently, but calmed by their incredible demeanor patient mother to sit through a stage performance. They are well behaved considering they are royal family. But the stage performance builds and falls. There's trials, there's tribulations, and for a moment everyone in the theatre forgets the outside world and is sucked into this story of this single shrew making it across the sea to witness the child of the Dragoness and the progenitor of the Jade Empire. And it is a rousing performance. Malachi at the end gives a small speech to the stage performers, thanking them for such an incredible performance, and then his wife asks for a encore of the final song, this beautiful melody, and they hurry to get it in, and again it is a glorious performance before eventually the stage show ends, and we cut back to you guys as some of the crowd begin to disperse and out. You are all still in your seats, absolutely captivated by what just happened.
Just let you know, get you cutting in and out.
Can't help that, but still.
I know, I was just warning you.
I think we all lean forward and turn. Just like one by one, like a little domino effect.
Your date, assuming you haven't found a name, I'm going to assume is called Nenya.
I don't know her name.
Nenya business.
Lesley's going to spend a bit of time to try and work this out as well.
I was there. Has Lesley forgotten the name?
I don't think I gave it in the scene. I genuinely don't. So...
I think you may have told me last session, but I forgot.
If it's not in the notes and it's not in mine, and we're not going to go check the previous videos, we'll go with Nenya. So you know her name is Nenya. You would have known that ahead of this time.
Oh yeah, Leslie's going to have really had a go at like sort of leant around, done the yawn arm situation.
It is easy because she is so enraptured by the performance that she kind of forgets you're there. Not in a bad way, but in she is so dragged into the performance that no one else is there for her kind of thing, right? So your ability to do that, she doesn't flinch away from the touch, and she comes back into the world, finding you with your arm around her. She just turns to you, lets it sit there, and just goes, "That was incredible. I'm so thankful you brought me here."
That was a moving story of a little mouse. Who'd have thought it could make it all the way across that massive river?
A shrew, but yes. It was. I mean, I obviously know the story. I was told it as a child, but to see it portrayed in such a captivating way, they took something that is so simple and made it unforgettable.
Hearing you tell it is almost more beautiful than having seen it on the stage. Lesley was really bored. It turns out Lesley is not a theatre guy. He doesn't understand. He doesn't like things he doesn't understand. This was not in common. He didn't realise that it would be in Draconic. And he's going to need her to explain it step by step for him to actually understand what happened.
I can just imagine the date going. So what was that? What did they say?
I just
Like
imagine
the
Lesley,
entire thing.
Who's
Lesley
that?
going like, so who's playing offense?
That was offside.
He goes, gonna give her an insight check.
Character walks in, and before they're even introduced, Leslie's gone, "Who's that?"
She looks at you and just goes, Did you enjoy it as much as I did?
I thought it was beautiful, really one of the most amazing things I've seen on a stage. I think maybe I didn't understand some of the minutiae of it. Maybe you could explain some parts of it to me, possibly over another glass of wine.
Certainly, why not?
If you like.
The night is still relatively young. Did you have anywhere in mind, or?
Who's Lesley sharing a room with?
I think Ximori.
No, I think it was me.
Yeah, Tauri. No, because hold on. Tauri's got her own room.
Tauri's got her own room.
Yeah, and I think you put Ximori in their own room, so it's Arquen and Lesley.
Oh no, we don't have.
Arquen's in stream it like tears streaming down his face. It's like the little Shrew.
It's okay, buddy.
Lesley can get another room. Lesley can get another room if he needs it. Lesley is going to suggest that they have their nightcap at the Golden something.
Golden Moon is the tavern you're staying at.
I think Balrick's main reaction to the play is to fact check a lot of the stuff. Like, Shrew don't live in that sort
He's
of tree.
going out.
There wouldn't be a barracuda in the Tyson Sea. They need oceans.
Shut up! I'm watching. I'm trying to understand.
This
He's
is
got two broken arms from where I punched him on one side and Ximori's punched him on the other.
Shut up!
Do you all begin to head out of the theatre, by the way? Cool. Lesley is apart from the rest of you and finds the fantasy equivalent of a taxi. I was going to suggest to Balrick, do you want to extend the party funds a little bit to hiring a taxi carriage for those two?
Leslie's got more money.
Lesley can fund his own little
There is
escapade.
a large number of these kind of they are essentially some are like driven by ponies, some are like hand carts for transporting people, but there are a number. People have the taxi cabs know, and so are here to collect people. And there is a small queue, at which point where you two continue to chat. And it does, for those of you who are passing well, it does seem to be going okay. It's not immediate hit off. It does seem like Leslie's. Things have gone against Lesley somewhat between the draconic, the abundance of cops that he doesn't like, etc. It's not smooth sailing for him. He's rusty. But the rest of you, I assume, begin walking back to the Golden Moon. Lesley, you put your hand up there to defend yourself.
Well, Lesley hasn't yet started talking about Titan Ball, and so.
Oh, this is where the game comes in.
Where he loses it.
Nobody panic.
It's going better than any of his previous dates have gone.
Your eyes are the exact shape of a Titan ball.
You should really get that checked out by a doctor.
Turns out she's a massive fan of Titan Ball.
She could be. They all should be.
Again, Titan Ball's not made it to the
If
Empire.
If Arquen said that anywhere near Lesley, Lesley's like.
The four of you, as you're walking past, you see out of a, let's say, gilded side entrance, a similar carriage to the one you saw in the parade, not quite as ostentatious, but very well made, and a jade cloak, incredibly broad jade cloak, standing there, like, keeping an eye on things. With, like, compared to other ones, like, this guy's just got, like, a large chained flail, just, like, curled up to one side, just keeping an eye on this, like, alleyway as you see the royal family load up onto their carriage. I would like the four of you to roll me a perception check.
Super.
Natural 20.
I got the reverse.
Hugh got a 42, apparently.
23 for me.
A 23 as well.
23?
But natural.
13.
13. Three of you notice in the crowd, opposite the festival, the theatre, sorry, two figures that you recognise a little bit. Koromar, Finian, just sitting like on a bench, casually chatting, sharing what looks like a bottle. With the natural 20s, Ximori, just to honour that a little bit. They're not doing a great... Well, they are doing a pretty good job of seeming disinterested to the whole thing, but you can tell that they are sharing, like, glances as the royal carriage pulls away and the, like, relative details on it. At which point they just kind of, like turn back to their conversation and seem to continue chatting things there.
Arquen. Are they your friends? They're looking suspicious.
Yeah, they're good at that.
Okay. Is this
Well-
going to be another time where I'm going to have to get this outfit cleaned?
Fucking hope not.
Roll me an insight check, Arquen.
Alright.
Ximori can too. And Tauri. You did notice things.
+2, is that a 13 or 15? That's a 15, so 17.
Insight,
19.
yeah.
19.
Flat 19. My
22.
dice rolls well now.
Ximori and Tauri, you definitely get from the attention. They appear to, like... They don't appear to be looking to cause any trouble right now. Based on just their appearance. They are quite relaxed, seemingly just talking. But do, like, kind of, like, seem like they finish up the bottle and begin to just get up and head off. In a completely opposite direction from the carriage. Towards, actually, the Warrens, which are directly north from here.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll be seeing them later, so...
Will we?
Yes.
Why's that?
I'm meeting them tonight, remember?
No one tell me any of this.
You were in the room.
I was?
Apologies. Next time I will double check to tell you
I
these
might
things.
have zoned out, to be fair. There were a lot of bear traps yesterday.
Yes.
I'm still thinking about them. I mean, the noise alone of 58 bear traps going off at once.
The cacophony. Richter
Right.
scale stuff.
It was impressive.
Anyway, looks like they're not causing trouble for tonight. But they've got something planned.
Well, I've kind of got something planned as well, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna cruise the town for a bit, I think.
Tell you what, Ximori, because you said you were doing it earlier anyway. At least in the early part of the day. Roll me an investigation check with disadvantage, just due to the nature of the day. To see whether you caught any wind of anything.
-1 makes my lowest a 13.
13. You didn't really have a great point to start for anything. So you're kind of just like trying to amble around the town, etc., picking things up. You do think that, well, you don't think, you kind of got inklings of out in the Warrens particularly, there is a a tavern there that would probably, if anyone's going to know about them, that's where it would be.
Can I spend an inspiration for I know a guy?
Sure.
That can create a nice little NPC here for this situation.
Mm-hmm.
That during my time in the chain, there were a few like lucid moments here and there.
Sure.
And before I sort of started going on the more back before the Ximoriing, I knew a fight, sort of like a fight ring, like a fighter basically. It was like doing pretty well for themselves.
Sure. Yeah. You know of a fighter that predominantly was technically a dockhand, by the name of Rune. She was a kind of, for lack of a term, like a punk ass bitch, like proper like short, like just hack job haircut, like deep, like almost blood red hair. Had seen a lot. It was someone who had grown up on like the dockyards. Definitely, if she knew her parents, didn't act like it, and was definitely into that whole Fight Club scene. Predominantly down in the dockyards rather than anywhere else.
Yeah, that was back in Resmanthor rather than here. So I'm just gonna like using that like name basically to try and like we'll see if they're about basically.
Yeah, I'll give you with a 13 that people definitely seem to know who you're talking, or not definitely, but people like kind of know of someone like that that they've seen in and around. Again, like you're kind of pointed towards where the dockyards are, the Ebullient Wharf, as like a place where they would be. But you do also have like that context of like, if anyone's going to know anything that's on the kind of questionable side, they would probably be in the Warrens. Those are your two areas of the city to look into further.
Inside the walls, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
That go in sort of what I call the bluff side and all the other bits. Okay. Yeah, I make a note sort of like head over that way tomorrow, probably when I'm in less fancy clothes.
Sure. Well, Lesley, you and Nenia make it to the Golden Moon with plenty of time ahead of your compatriots in the taxi. You settle down on a smaller table as you can find to try and have a little peace and quiet to yourselves. And I'll let you decide how that is going. But go on, I'll let you go.
Sadly, Lesley needs his gang to like hype him up.
It is awkward, but she is cordial enough. But you definitely, I think, well, no, Lesley doesn't have great insight. She knows this isn't going to have a second date.
Oh, buddy.
The rest of you, though, you are walking back together. For the record, where did you leave Derek, considering he wasn't taken into the theatre? Was he put in the theatre's stables and spooked the horses, or did you leave him elsewhere?
He's just in the penthouse.
Yeah, I was about to say penthouse, and we get back and it's ruined.
Like a German shepherd left alone.
That seems reasonable.
It is quite late. It is full on nighttime at the point that you're walking back. The air has cooled significantly. Fingers of mist creeping through the city streets, and you can hear the sound of metal and the like clanking against the ship masts down in the harbour, echoing across the entire city, and the gentle thrum of the eternal song that is still ongoing from the Basilica of St. Manaz. Then Balrick. You hear a voice coming from an alleyway. Just off the side, just a familiar voice calling out to you, Balrick! Balrick! Come on, enough time out in the forest.
I stop and let everyone else walk forwards.
Do we notice?
Arquen, with your passive perception, you would definitely notice.
Would he? My passive stealth is 21.
But are you actively trying to stealth?
My passive stealth is 21.
I'm still getting
Can a passive stealth make someone not realise that one of their friends is suddenly not there?
Also,
Passive
the
perception
biggest.
can.
I tell you what, people can just not notice a friend be there or disappear, you know? If
Yes, but after they realise
It
that
was
they're not
one
there anymore.
time.
I'm not saying it happens immediately, but like a short while up the road, you do notice that Balrick has stopped, and you like turn around and see him like 20, 30 feet behind you.
I was like, there he goes. I got a bottle of wine in one hand, which I blatantly snagged off like a waiter's tray as I was going out.
Aderyn would be the most likely to notice because she's already on alert for Balrick being weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say, well, actually, I'll let
I
you.
think the moment that you guys start turning around to see is when Balrick darts into the alley.
Fucking, oh, Jesus. He's doing some bullshit again.
Yeah, I'll run after him.
I guess we're following the maniac in the alley.
So Aderyn and Arquen first to react.
Hold on, I'm back. Sorry, I'm just making sure that the audio bot is working for you guys. Yeah, audio bot's struggling for me a minute. Balrick, this voice is continuing to call you, and it is that call of being called back to the homestead you've built while you are out hunting. It is emotionally compelling you to return, despite that your head is telling you that this is all wrong. Like this didn't happen here. It's impossible. Kind of thing, and you keep hearing the call. The rest of you, I assume, following after him. Eventually, you come. It leads you through a number of alleyways. You begin to see like trailing heels of boots teasing you around corners, Balrick. It's like, come on now, you're running slower than ever. As you begin to keep trying to, I mean, up to you. As this figure seems to be leading you a somewhat lazy route through.
Balrick is not thinking, and like he's kind of almost zoned over. He's just like following. Hand on his sword.
As we're chasing Balrick, can Aderyn try and reach out mentally?
To who?
Balrick.
Sure.
And just kind of like almost scream in his head, like, Balrick, stop! Where are you going?
I think that it doesn't. To Balrick, it comes as a whisper, like because there's other voices.
Mm-hmm.
And all you get back is, "I must reach her."
I'm gonna tell the others, like, as we're continuing to run, like, something is seriously wrong. He's not himself.
He's also gaining distance. You need to hurry up. Balrick's got a faster speed.
You continue chasing after him.
Balrick is just like bumping over things in the alley that people then are bumping into.
Yeah, Balrick. You begin to see like the back of this figure. So like a long alleyway stretches ahead of you. You are able to now see the form of your wife in the kind of rugged leathers and stitched clothing that you were so familiar with. Not quite hunting gear per se, but like someone who would be out gathering in the wilderness. Before the rest of you now kind of come around this corner, you can see Balrick some like 60 feet ahead of you now, clearly having made a considerable advantage on you. You. I tell you what, roll perception. The four of you.
Who's not with?
Dirty 20.
It's Lesley.
Lesley.
Oh,
Lesley.
Leslie's got.
I got a natural 20 for 28.
Dirty 20.
Something that's today.
Action, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
Only 16.
16. Mori?
Was it perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, 14.
14. Arquen and Aderyn, you can make out down the end of the thing. The rest of you, to the other two of you, there's mist down the end of this. You two can make out a rough shape, but it is formless. It is a humanoid-esque figure in mist and silver light. To Balrick, it is clear as day exactly who this is, and eventually, you hear in your voice, "I'll be waiting for you inside," and she dives down into what looks like an abandoned building.
I was going to say, in that brief period, can I use my channel divinity to do a sniff for fey fiends and undead?
What is the range on it?
60 feet, I believe.
60 feet.
You wouldn't be close enough then.
Yeah, they're just a bit further than you, but I will give you it once you catch up in a little bit. We will do that. We'll say that. Balrick, what do you want to do?
Balrick gets to the door and pounds on it, saying, "Stop! Come back!"
The door, as you push on it, swings open inwards. It seems, as you take a very quick glance with your passive investigation, you can see that the lock on this thing was broken off an awful long time ago. As Balrick is now slowed to enter this house, the rest of you kind of are much closer. You haven't quite caught up to him, but you're much closer. For Arquen, you to kind of like send out this like breath on the air, just breathe in to see what's wrong. And the hairs on the back of your arms just begin to like prick up from the cold where they weren't previously, and you're like, "There's something here."
Do I have the lantern now?
The ever bright lantern, yes you do.
I'm gonna get that out and walk inside just before they arrive.
I'll light my oil lamp of fey tracking, just on the off chance, but also just for light.
It lights up with a standard candlelight oil lamp glow.
The Everbright is like always on, but it's got like a cover.
It can be turned off. The spell within. It is functional. It is literally just the runes themselves give off light.
Oh, divine senses. Now it's for 10 minutes.
Cool. Okay. Yes. To be clear, you are very much getting the sense of undead. Arquen.
Of what?
Undead. Balrick, you enter in, and standing in front of you is the beautiful to you appearance of your former wife, who just gives you that kind of tusked, gentle smile as she sees you approach. So, glad to see you again.
In Orcish, I'd say to her, again, how? Why are you here? You can't be here.
It's clear that you want me here, so I am. Again, speaking to you in Orcish.
Of course I want you here. You're gone. Oh, there's definitely undead sniffs going into Hughes. Allergic to them. I draw my sword very cautiously. You're a trick of some kind. Something trying to trick me.
Sword to the theatre?
I can... If you want hard enough, we can have anything. Don't give... I can understand that you're afraid, but... We can be back together again.
No. I do want that. That's over. You're gone. The children are gone. It's just me now.
Why'd you deny yourself, though? Deny us. It's not fair, Balrick. None of this was fair. And she begins to, like, move towards you with her hands outstretched, almost coming in for an embrace.
I'm going to point my sword forward to stop her from moving forward.
If I can, I'd like to try and get within 5 feet of Balrick.
You are not my wife. My wife is dead. I buried her myself. You are a trick.
And in that moment, to the rest of you who have now gathered in, managed to reach the doorway of this space, and you can see a shapeless 5 foot, 6 foot tall, amorphous form of mist and smoke and shadow, just like tendrils of it coming off, approaching Balrick. Balrick holding out a sword to this figure, seemingly having a tender conversation in a language none of you speak. Arquen, as you go to like step into the room, this figure, if it could, it snaps a face towards you. You see no face there, but to Balrick, you see this head like snap to the side, snap back to you, and just goes, "And if you won't have me, at least I'll be together with you," and goes to lunge in towards you. And I need you, Chris, to make me...
How far away am I?
More than 5 feet, I'm afraid.
No, but am I within 15 feet?
15?
I will let Chris decide this. How close do you think they would have gone?
Well, I don't think I'm more than 15 feet in the room, because I can't imagine the room being huge.
Fair enough.
I think even if Arquen just got into the doorway, and Arquen and Aderyn were presumably at the front, Arquen being a little bit fitter, more at the front.
Fair enough. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Can I cast rescue on him?
I would say at this point you are surprised by what is literally just about to happen, because you're not sure what this thing is.
What do I get from you, Arquen?
+4.
+4. So my -2 becomes a +2, which gives me the only ever 20 on charisma. Okay.
As this shape, the image of your wife fractures in this moment and is replaced with a figure you do not recognize, goes lunging towards your chest, Balrick, as they try to possess the physical form you're in. Your sword, through whatever means, is enough to just the last tangent of like magical weapon or dex magic that is still encased in the sword just bursts slightly. The creature screeches and steps back. In front of you is suddenly the image breaks you, and instead there is just a formless shape in front of you. Coming out of the wall is another one of these shapes to the rest of you, as a second ghost joins into the fray, and the shadows themselves in the room begin to coalesce and form up into angry spirits reaching out towards the rest of you.
Didn't hear 90% of that.
Summary: as this ghostly figure lunges towards you, Dex magic flashing in Dex elemental energy flashing in the sword to protect you in that last vestige.
Could there be an element of it's my son's sword and there's true family memories in there?
Yes, I love that. As you connect onto that memory, the dream, the tangent of fear and loss that was in you solidifies in the sword, breaking the visage of your wife on this ghost. It reverts back to a shapeless form of varying other faces occasionally pushing out against the seams as a second ghost rises out from elsewhere in this building, near to the doorway where you are, Arquen, coming out of the wall, and the dark shadows of the room where your lanterns aren't keeping begin to thicken and coalesce and shape up into angry spirits reaching out towards you. And we're going to cut across town to catch up on the date.
Do I get to say how it's going?
Yeah.
So the offside rule.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't going well, but then Lesley remembered that she probably hasn't been introduced to Titan Ball, and so taking Arquen's advice has started talking about Titan Ball. And you know, sometimes when you hear somebody talking about something that you don't necessarily know about,
Yeah.
but like their passion, it's, you know, it ignites something in you. You're like, you know what, you're passionate about that, and that's cool. She's, you know, she's doing her bit. He sat through her spiel about the mouse on the water.
Shrew.
And now she's sitting nicely through his spiel about Titan Ball.
She is
Persuasion check.
She is a polite individual and does sit there as you're like using the glasses of wine that you've got to like symbolize what kind of goes on. I would like you to roll me a persuasion check.
Help him, like,
And this
I will admit,
peanut
this
is
persuasion check
Titan Ball.
isn't necessarily to do with her, but I do want you to roll a persuasion check.
persuasion check. That's
That's a
fine.
persuasion check for pulling out of the dive you're currently in.
It's going well. Lesley thinks it's going well. It's a 25.
A 25.
19.
She is.
He was like,
You can tell. Well, actually, Lesley can't tell. The audience to this scene can tell she isn't into Titan Ball, but she is somewhat into a silver fox of a man being very quite passionate and enthusiastic into that. The 25 is actually more for the crowd you have gathered that you are completely oblivious to, who have become This is a tavern full of people that are probably in this vein, who have grown like, this sport sounds amazing. And there are just various people gathering, like, they're trying to be subtle, but they've just all got quite close to make sure they can hear all of this aspect of Titan Ball. And they're like, I mean, if we close off, the gardens might well down by the dockyards, or maybe there's probably a big enough warehouse down in the Epping Wharf. We could probably take a shot.
oh my god. Does Lesley know any of this?
I need Lesley to roll me a perception check.
This is simultaneously the most successful first date ever and also the worst first date ever.
Yeah.
Lesley does have very bad perception. It's a 10.
A 10. Lesley, you are paying too much attention to your date to see whether she's into it.
First Titan Ball League, like the first Titan Ball game, cannot play without Lesley. That would be heartbreaking.
But to that end, as you'll continue to describe it, she does like politely kind of interject when you're like, you're at this point, you've explained the game, you're now kind of explaining how the Loringa Leviathan League works, and that's the point where she like finds the opportunity to just go, this has been lovely, but it is quite late and I do need to make it home. I thank you very much for an enjoyable experience and a lovely evening. Feel free to come by the shop anytime.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I lost myself. Then I really apologize. When I start talking about Titan Ball, I really struggle to stop.
You are incredibly passionate. I will agree. And perhaps if it ever takes off in the Empire, we can go to a game together, whenever that is.
Oh, that would be amazing. I really love that.
No, if you don't mind,
need to be escorted home?
I think
you a pony man.
that would be very generous of you. Thank you.
And Leslie's gonna ask, Shen. If there's like a reputable pony man.
Alright, yeah. Frank out front will sort you out.
What twist? It's a man in a gimp mask.
It's not. You give. How much do you give the driver to get her home safe?
I don't know what a taxi costs. We don't have Uber here. So 3 gold pieces to make sure that she gets home safe.
The driver looks at you and is like, I'll get her there fast, safe, and warm as hell. He throws he digs out some blankets from underneath the carriage and puts her back.
He's got his row of his little waters, you know, behind his seat, and
Yum.
like a gentleman. Shake her hand, go for a kiss.
She allows you to do so.
And thank her for educating him on the theatre.
Thank you for educating me on Titanfall. Enjoy your stay in the city.
You too. Oh shit.
And the carriage leaves. At which point, as you kind of stumble back in, you realise at this point just quite how wine drunk you are. You stumble back into the bar. There is a hushed silence as you walk back in, and 6 guys walk up to you, of varying genders, but general term guys just walk up to you and tell us more about this sport, lad. And they drag you into the bar, stick down a pitcher of beer in front of you, and you spend the rest of the night forgetting that your compatriots have not turned up, telling people about Titanfall. And I think there is a decent place for us to stop. As the camera dual pans away from half the party, most of the party, being attacked by spectral undead in the middle of the Warrens, haunted by the memories of their past, and another one having the time of his life over in the Golden Moon Tavern. We will close this chapter of our story here and pick it up again next time. But until then, see you later.